Hey everyone, today we're diving into a topic that's so important for all of us living in the Greater Toronto Area, what it actually means to build respectful relationships with Indigenous peoples. So, let's get into it.
Take a look at this. It's a view so many of us know, right? The lights, the buildings, that constant energy. This is home for a lot of us. It's where we live, where we work. It feels familiar. It feels like our story.
But here's a question for you. How well do we really know the story of this land? I'm not talking about the last 100 years. I mean the story that goes back thousands and thousands of years, long before any of these buildings were even a thought. That's what we're going to dig into today.
Okay, so first up, we're going to peel back the layers of concrete and glass to look at Toronto's unseen Indigenous history.
You see, the story of this place didn't just kick off with skyscrapers. No, it began literally thousands of years ago with the Indigenous peoples who have always been here. They've cared for this land, traveled it, and lived on it for generations beyond count. And that's not some footnote in a history book, you know? It's the actual foundation of everything.
So why does this history matter now? Why is it so crucial for every single one of us living here to understand this?
Well, this quote really gets to the heart of it. It points to a really tough, really painful history of displacement that started way back in the early colonial period.
And the impact of that displacement, wow, it was massive. We're talking about the loss of ancestral lands, for sure, but it goes so much deeper. It meant a huge disruption of cultural identity. It meant treaties. These sacred agreements were misunderstood or just plain ignored. And all of this created systemic challenges and marginalization that Indigenous communities are still dealing with right now, today.
And this is so important to get. Understanding this history isn't about pointing fingers or laying blame. It's about knowing the backstory. It's the absolute first step we have to take if we're serious about building genuine, respectful relationships and supporting Indigenous rights moving forward.
So that history brings us to something else, a different way of seeing the world. To really build relationships, we've got to try to understand Indigenous worldviews.
Okay, so at the absolute core of many Indigenous worldviews is this incredible, deep connection to the land and to all living things. It's not just about, trees and rivers as scenery. It's a deep, spiritual relationship with everything. There's a word for this, interconnectedness. It's this beautiful idea that everything is related. All living beings, the environment, we're all in this together. The land, the water, the creatures, us. And that creates this deep, profound respect and a responsibility to take care of it all.
And let's be super clear here. We are not just talking about the past. Contemporary Indigenous communities in the GTA are vibrant, they're diverse, and they are actively contributing so much to the cultural fabric of this whole region. They are our neighbors, our artists, our leaders.
Right, so we've got the history, we've touched on the worldview, but what do we do? How do we actually go about building these relationships? Let's get practical.
It really comes down to 3 key steps to fostering respect. Number 1, educate yourself. 2, listen actively, and I mean really listen. And number 3, engage with humility.
So what is active listening, anyway? Well, it's way more than just not talking. It means being truly open to different viewpoints and experiences. It means stepping back to create space for Indigenous voices to take the lead. And it's about paying attention to cultural nuances, even the things that aren't said out loud.
And here's the thing, this is not a one-and-done checklist. Building trust is an ongoing process. It takes a real commitment. It means we have to keep learning, and we absolutely have to work together on this.
So where does all this leave us? Well, it points us toward a shared path forward, one that we can all help build together.
I really love this way of putting it. Reconciliation is a journey, not a destination, right? It's not some finish line we're trying to race to. It's the path we choose to walk every single day through our actions and our understanding.
And the really cool part? There are so many ways to join this journey right here in the GTA. The Indigenous presence is growing and it's so visible. Think about all the amazing cultural festivals, the community events, the incredible art exhibitions and workshops, not to mention the powerful work being done by countless dedicated Indigenous organizations.
So, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. After everything we've touched on today, what is one commitment, it can be big, it can be small, what is one commitment that you can make to continue on this path of learning and respect?